Back again, and today I want to talk about this classic Judy Blume novel turned movie, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I love a good coming of age movie, and I know for a fact that my mom got me this book when I was in my little preteen phase. And unfortunately for her, I was more into books like Time Warp Trio at the time, but watching this movie recently made me realize how much I could have used it. It's about a 12-year-old girl named Margaret Simon, whose parents surprise her with a seemingly sudden move from their New York home to the suburbs of New Jersey. The shocking news moves Margaret to send up a desperate plea to God, begging him to keep the move from happening, but alternatively stating that if he can't do that, to make her new life in New Jersey painless. The family ends up moving to Jersey, and pretty quickly, Margaret makes new friends and shocking revelations about bras, busts, boys, and the ultimate mile marker for womanhood, her period. And as Margaret's curiosities and concerns evolve, we see that her conversations with God do as well, especially when it comes to her deciding what religion she'll be a part of. And with one parent being Christian and the other one Jewish, she's stuck trying to figure out who and what she wants to be on her own. There's so much in this movie that I could talk about, and maybe in another video I will, but I really want to focus on this. I love that Judy Blume chose to tell a complicatedly innocent story about puberty and God and all of the details in between. It's a beautiful picture for how a lot of humans navigate growing up and figuring out what we believe. And that even though we may come from a culture or family that believes one way, the choice remains our own on what or who will follow. In the movie, it doesn't show anyone needing to teach Margaret how to talk to God. She just believed that maybe he was listening, and so she spoke to him. And she even came to the realization that after trying to decide what religion she would be, that in all of the corporate worship religious settings she went to, the only place she really felt God was when she was all alone. And it's not as if she doesn't have her doubts about who God is or if he's even listening. And even by the end of the movie, she's completely stopped talking to him. But once the period she's been so desperately wanting finally comes, once more she reaches out to God, asking if he's still there to thank him. And even though Margaret, by the end of the movie, still hasn't chosen a religion, she chooses the only thing that matters, which was to open communication between her and God again. And in the same way, if we need to take a step back from the religious labels that were either inherited or forced on us in order to know God for who he actually is, we can trust him to show us who he is and who he's not. And if you need a little help doing that, take a cue from Margaret and just say, "Are you there, God? It's me." And as always, stay childish.